Good morning, friends. I pray that wherever in the world you are right now, that the next 2 minutes are a blessing to you, so you can be the blessing to the people the Lord has put in your life today. So I think I've mentioned this before. Last Advent season, I started this devotional just for Advent that this guy Sinclair Ferguson wrote. It's called Love Came Down at Christmas, and it's so fantastic that I decided to do it again this year. And I just got through the other day the chapter on love is not irritable. It goes through that famous Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 13 section on what love is and what love isn't. And this whole chapter was on love is not irritable. And I'll tell you what, the holidays seem to bring out, just preparing for the holidays seem to bring out irritation in my life. I don't know if it's compiling everything that needs to be compiled or doing everything that needs to be done, or the expectations that I have for the season and then how they mismatch with the expectations that my family and friends have for the season. Anyway, I seem to be a little bit more on edge at this time of the year than any other time of the year. And I came to this verse, and I'm just going to read you a section that I just found so wonderful. So he writes, irritability, by whatever name we call it, and whether it's caused by other people or our own circumstances, is actually root irritation with God for the way that he providentially governs our lives. Ouch. We blame our circumstances or other people, our background, or even our genes, but none of these can function apart from God's sovereign will and purpose. It's only when we have yielded to the sovereign will of God, knowing that he will work everything together for our good, do we learn a healthy spiritual detachment from the irritations of our life. When we can actually then rest, knowing that God works for the good of those who love him, as it says in Romans. The remedy for my irritability, therefore, will not be found in a determination to be less irritable, but only in a sense of the love that God has for me and the trust in him that it produces. And I've been thinking all week about this, about how every time that I'm irritable, it's actually a lack of faith and a lack of trust in the life and the circumstances that God has ordained for me, that I know he says are for his good, for my good and for his glory. And I'm just going to be praying alongside with you that the love that God has just shown to me over and over and over again would be the basis for the kind of love that I pour out to others during this Christmas season. So I pray that this would be a blessing to you as it was a blessing to me this week, as you think about the fact that love is not irritable, as it says in 1 Corinthians, as you go out today and be the blessing. Until next time, Katie.